So, I've always thought to myself, is there a particular reason why I don't necessarily take blood and gore seriously? And I used to think, well, it's probably because I watched a lot of fucked up anime when I first started really getting back into anime, which would be the When They Cries and the Elfin Leads and disturbing shit along that nature. And then I think back to the old days of Cartoon Network before it was just two fucking letters and we just had to, and people had to assume that it meant Cartoon Network. Even though I just believe it means corrupt network. But, alright, whatever. And I remember this particular show. This particular show is, bar none, my favorite cartoon. Period. Like, in terms of old school cartoons, this is my favorite. This is actually my favorite Cartoon Network show. And I didn't realize it then, but I realize it now. How desensitized that show will make you of anything violent or disturbing. And that show is Courage the and I fucked up the title for my favorite show. That's a great way to start the video. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would do the whole stupid dog thing, but it's like 12, and that's when you're liable to get your mother to come upstairs and beat the shit out of you for talking. Or screaming, for that matter. So, let's just get into it. So, yes, this nostalgia rush is going to be on Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I know I said I was going to touch a Nickelodeon show, but damn it, this is my favorite show. This is my favorite Cartoon Network show. I cannot go into Nickelodeon territory without touching this show. Actually, I'm gonna come back to Nickelodeon. Cartoon Network eventually in terms of the nostalgia rushes. But this is my favorite show. This honestly should have been first, but Samurai Jack was one of my tops. So Giant Bravo, I think I just did for the sake of changing pace. But this is my favorite show. Now, for those who don't know what Courage the Cowardly Dog is, Courage the Cowardly Dog is one of the original cartoons because it aired on that whole cartoon tune. Yeah, it sounded cooler in my head. Fuck it. But it's one of the, as I'm saying, that was the name of the show. What a Cartoon was when they showed a whole bunch of short, like, what was it, like 10-minute episodes? Like, well, not even episodes, kind of like 10-minute shorts of cartoons. And a few of these shows ended up becoming cartoons, which are like the original Cartoon Network original shows. And Courage the Cowardly Dog was one of those. I think Powerpuff Girls is one. Is Dexter's Lab one? I don't remember Dexter's Lab off the top of my head. But I do remember a lot of the shows, a lot of our original cartoons came from that show. And Courage the Cowardly Dog was one of them. Courage the Cowardly Dog is a very simple story. You have this old couple, Muriel and Eustace Baggs, and you have this dog named Courage, who they find, and Muriel likes him, so they take him home and adopt him, and she names him Courage. The whole gimmick is that for some fucking reason, this family has like the worst luck in the world, because they seem to run into weird and disturbing shit on a daily basis. And Courage, not wanting to lose the family he already has, which I do like the fact that in the later seasons we actually do get a backstory for what happened to his parents, which is kind of fucked up to happen to a baby. I'm just saying, as a dog, like, I don't want to spoil it. It's not even really a spoiler. It's just, it was fucked up. It was fucked up and ridiculous. But he didn't want to lose the family he's gained, his second family. So pretty much the episodes are him trying to save Muriel specifically. Eustace, he occasionally saves, but like, you'll notice throughout the seasons that Eustace just gets fucked up in almost every situation, which I think is his running joke because he's a dick, and he's also the one who scares the fuck out of Courage for no goddamn reason, just because he hates him. I mean, if you haven't heard the phrase, stupid dog, I mean, come on. That's Courage. Come on. That's Courage written all over it. Stupid dog, you know. That's Eustace's catchphrase. And I think one of Courage's is like, the things I do for love, or where he's like, where he'll say something and be like, or my name is such and such, and then he'll be like, and it's not. And like, I like that one. But I love the show. The reason why I love the show is, it's very weird why I love the show. I love the show for very different reasons. I love the show because of how comedic it is. I love the show because of how fucking scary it is. Even though, and I just want to ask this question to the people who watched the show when they were little. Was I the only one where it was like you would see Courage scream so much to the point where his teeth would fall out, his eyes would fall out, and he would just like, you know how they got really, really disturbing and crazy with the ways Courage would like freak out to the point where he would like die. I do remember a specific one where he screamed so much and freaked out so much that he actually died. He ended up being in the hospital, and the doctor had to revive him, and then he just went on about his business. Like, was I the only one that sitting there was just going like, funny talk, you go bye-bye. Like, I know that's a very weird exaggeration of it, but that's essentially what it was. It's like, I never took any of that seriously. Even the scary shit in Courage the Cowardly Dog, I never took seriously. I think one of the most famous episodes, I think season 1 has probably the most famous of the episodes in the series, because a lot of people remember the King Ramses curse. A lot of people just think him, when he shows up in there, he's scary. The thing that bugs the fuck out of me is that fucking music that plays, which I don't remember the actual term, but it's like, King Ramses! And it's like, I don't know what the words are after it, but I interpret it as, the magic box, King Ramses! Like, that's the part that fucked with me, because it's like, the evil music coming from nowhere that they can't find. Hilariously, they did find it later. It's like, it's randomly outside. It's like, what the fuck? The Freaky Fred, almost any Courage the Cowardly Dog fan will tell you that Freaky Fred is always considered to be one of the most ridiculous of Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes, just because of what the fuck it is. It's an insane barber with a fucking hair cutting fetish that is trapped in the room with Courage. And this is one of the few times where the episode isn't even about saving Muriel. It's about, because apparently he's related to Muriel, which, there's some fucked up family genes, by the way. But the episode isn't even about saving Muriel. What it is about Courage saving himself. And the thing is, all he's doing to Courage is shaming him. She's not choking him. He's not torturing. Well, the pancake scene can be considered kind of torture, but it's not really, because he's just feeding him. It's just very awkward. But the whole joke is that he's an insane barber with a cutting fetish that's kind of escaped from a mental ward. And the whole deal is just, you're going through Fred's backstory, this very disturbing rhyming music, and then like the music, and his theme is just creepy as shit. Especially when you start hearing the children. The la 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 la. Like, that shit was horrifying. It's still kind of horrifying now, considering how basic considering nothing really horrible is happening in the show. I swear to God, they're the only people I know that can make cutting hair horrifying. That was purely horrifying. Because it's like, what the fuck? And I'm also gonna link a video where someone actually took the top 10 scariest Courage the Cowardly Dog moments or episodes, because most of this shit is what kind of reminded me how disturbing Courage the Cowardly Dog is. Like in the first season, the whole possession thing with Muriel, and there's a scene where her head snaps off. That is horrifying when you really think about what the fuck is going on. For some reason, when I was like 10, I didn't pay that shit any attention. I didn't pay that shit any attention when I was younger. But that's like, now I was like, whoa, what the fuck? The zombie episode was fucked up too. Especially when you think of what they were trying to do. He was bringing back his dead partner to eat Muriel, to like videotape themselves eating Muriel's flesh. It's like, what the fuck? And the particular one that I didn't even think was disturbing, but it is when you think about it. And I didn't know this was the season 1 finale. Is the Grateful Silly episode, which if you remember what that is, that's the whole puppet master thing, and like Eustace and Muriel get turned into puppets. I didn't remember this because I haven't seen that episode in a while. But at the end of that episode, I was told apparently that's season 1's ending. Season 1 ending is them beating Fusili, but Muriel and Eustace are still puppets. So what Courage is doing is he's essentially controlling the puppets and making they're dead. Like, you don't think about it then, but when I think about it now, the reality was that they both died when they were turned into puppets. So Courage is sitting there playing with the corpses of his second family, pretending like everything is fine. Which actually a few of the Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes have that thing, but they have really fucked up endings. But for some reason, the next episode they're fine. the Hustis one, the fucking the sequel to the famous. What is it? It's the sequel to the actual original short that Courage Kelly Dog was, like the Revenge of the Chicken from Outer Space. The ending of that episode is literally Hustis walking back with no head. Like, the fuck? There's a lot of horrible, disturbing things there. It's like, why do you love a show that's so disturbing? I don't know. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I don't want to watch horror now. It's like I've seen so much weird and disturbing shit in my life when I was like 9, is that it didn't really seep in until I got older. So now as an adult, I really don't give a fuck about horror. I think that's what it is. And it was weird. I'll watch American horrors. I can't watch anime horrors. I think that's what it is. Courage Kelly Dog is the reason why I can't fuck with anime horrors. Because I haven't really wanted to watch one in so long, which is probably based off of that. I've kind of just rambled off on episodes, but the show was awesome. I love the comedy between the entire family. How Miro is retarded. Miro is like blatantly retarded. Like she doesn't notice some of the basic things. And what makes it even worse is that all this fucked up shit happens to her, which I don't understand her old age. She should be dead from that. But all this fucked up shit happens to her, and she never seems to like mind half the time. Like half the time she's kind of like horrified, and she's like maybe, I think the worst we've seen her is she's been mad. And it's not even like angry mad. It's like hit Hustis in the back of the head with a fucking rolling pin mad. Which really isn't mad. And I like in the first season they used to have her have this little doo-doo kind of thing for her. It was like, oh, and you just see her run out of nowhere with the rolling pin. And you just hear Hustis go, ow! What did I do? That was another one of his catchphrases I love. It's like, what did I do? He doesn't say it after a while. Speaking of Hustis, Hustis gets, I feel, you know, ironically, some of my favorite episodes are when Hustis and Courage are working together, like the Exorcist episode. I like the fact that you have Hustis and Courage working together because little did I know back then that when we got to the later seasons, Hustis will either become more of a dick or just get fucked up every episode. He gets fucked up every fucking episode for the most part. And the sad thing is that Courage was like 2 15-minute block episodes. So it was like mini episodes. And you would just see fucking Hustis get fucked up like 2 times an episode. There are very few times he didn't get fucked up. I actually do like Courage Kelly Dog soundtrack too. I love this show. I could ramble on about this show forever, honestly. Some of my favorite episodes are like the fucking Hunchback episode where the Hunchback is like, Courage and Miro are like the only two that are nice to him, and then like Hustis, like there's like this scene where they're both sitting at the table and like Hustis is just talking down on him, and you just see Courage writing jokes at the bottom and just giving us like, well, you know what, sir? You may call me ugly, but at least I'm not bald. It's like every joke was a bald joke, and some of them weren't even clever. It's like, sir, you know what you are? You're bald. Like he would say some of the most basic lies, and Hustis would get so pissed off. See, I can ramble on about this. I'm mainly talking about first season stuff. Some of the later season stuff I like is the Vikings episode was kind of funny, where these group of Viking women like grab Miro thinking that she's like their sister, and it's like this music going on with and then there's like this whole Romeo and Juliet shit going on with the trolls and the fucking Vikings. It was fucking weird. It was weird as shit, but I liked it. I actually like the sea dragon monster one, and I actually like what it had. It's like Hustis ends up creating like this League of Evil bullshit, and he invites almost all the villains from Courage's past. And then like they're hanging out in the basement. So what they do is capture Mario and then like have Courage play. What was it, like dodgeball or tennis or some shit in the basement? And then, like, and the way he beats them is so ridiculous. The way he beats them is by doing what he's been doing since day one in terms of episodes: screaming. I love Courage for that shit. I remember a lot from the show because I've watched the show. I've rewatched the show a lot. I love this fucking show. I love Courage Kelly Dog. As I said, it's my favorite fucking series. I'm not even touching some of the other episodes, like the Cats episodes I thought were fun. Also, there's a couple of tracks in this the show I really like the I think it's actually in the second episode, the whole the Granny Stew thing with the whole like southern music, the I like that, and I like the you hear this one occasionally. You hear it usually during a what the fuck scene. The one I specifically remember it in was the whole Perfect episode. You hear it for a few seconds where like Courage is talking to the dead fish that he's tripping out on because he's lost his fucking mind, and you hear the yeah. I don't know why I like that, but it's just like yeah. I like that track. I don't know why. And the one we hear during the whole Sea Dragon episode where you have the Sea Dragon that believes he has to eat people, but for some reason he doesn't like people. He actually no, he's not a flying dragon. He's a water dragon. Water dragons don't eat people. That's what it was. And they play this really I love this. I swear to God, if I can get like rips or some of these themes, I would totally put them bitches on my iPod. It's like a sailor's theme. It's like the dun 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 dun. I love this show. I can't tell you, I cannot stress that enough. I love this show. It is my favorite for many random ass reasons. I am probably rambled on for a while now, so I'm gonna stop. But I love this show. Curtis counted out for the win. Anything I've mentioned, links, comments section below. That top 10 video was really good. I like that, so I put that in. That should be in there too. I hope he makes some more stuff, because I think he did something for the Power Girls too. I think it was like his top 10 favorite Power Girls episodes or something. I'm hoping he's doing more videos. I haven't really checked in a while, but I'll link that in the description. Your thoughts and comments, suggestions for other nostalgic things I could possibly remember and do stuff on. The next thing I can already tell you what the next show I'm gonna tackle. It's probably going to be a show dealing with robots. That's all I'm gonna say. And take your guess. I'm not even gonna. It's a Nickelodeon show and it has to do with robots. There's not that many. You probably should guess it. Links in the comment section below. It's a very underrated show. It's one of the few underrated Nickelodeon shows. So good luck with that. Yeah, I love Curtis Kelly, dog. So this has been the Insane Game Freak. Lots of game for the win, and I will catch you bros and broettes later. Why am I? Is that like a secondary phrase? This is like the 5th time I remember me saying the bros and the broettes thing. I don't fucking know. Does that even sound cool? Do women want to be referred to as broettes? Maybe I should just call them like, I don't want to say sexy ladies and then just be like guys, because it's like, then you're being biased, now you're being sexist. Why am I going into that much detail? Anyways, catch you guys later. Jesus Christ. Peace. Peace.
Shit, I feel sick now. Damn. Alright, that's the response. See you guys later.